That's equivalent of trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. Yeah, trust me, bro. It's gonna happen. Trust me, bro.
Trust him, bro. All right, Jakub. Crowd favorites.
Category that I think that can be like the one that's going to be conquered is games that are driving a lot of organic traffic and a lot of kind of ad revenue are going to be more and more conquered through different genres. This is basically equivalent of what we've seen with Disney Solitaire and Jig Solitaire and all these other.
It's 4 a.m. and we're rolling the dice. Mate drops knowledge made of golden eyes. Felix with ads making those coins rise. Jack up designs, worlds chasing the skies. We're the 2.5 gamers, the midnight crew. Talking UA adverts and game design too. Matej, Felix, Jakub bringing the insight. We're rocking those vibes till the early daylight. Matej, UA, master eyes on the prize. Tracking data through the cyberspace skies. Felix stacks dollars like a wizard in disguise. Jakub's crafted realms lift us to the highs. 2.5 gamers talking smack. Slow hockey stick, got your back. Ads are beautiful, they light the way. Click it fast, don't delay.
Why are you smiling? Like,
I'm quite excited. I've been wanting to do a predictions episode for seriously since we started, and this is the first time I get my way, so I'm quite happy.
no, it's not. It's not. It's actually second because we already did it.
Yeah, throw your light bomb.
If you remember, it was one of the first episodes. Actually, we went through predictions and some of the bullshit. Even though I hate predictions.
But sometimes we have to do something we hate. Welcome for a very special episode. And this is going to be our 2026 2.5 Gamers predictions. This is where you come to stay 2.5 steps of the mobile gaming market. I am Felix Broberg.
My name is Matej Lancaric.
And I'm Jakub Remer.
And we are your hosts. And Felix, as you might have noticed, we are not the real gamers. Only Jakub is the real gamer of the podcast because you are getting so much praise on the YouTube in the YouTube comments. Everybody hates me, but everybody loves you, Jakub. So
yeah, everyone loves Jakub.
I was like, there's like finally the real gamer of the podcast after the last solo episode.
No shit.
Okay, good.
I will claim here that I've never claimed to be a gamer. I'm an admon person,
which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not sure why people hate me so much. I mean, maybe I know
Which episode is this?
Your last episode,
dude.
Wish list.
Yeah, wish list. Oh, maybe you are giving blowjobs to the Steam audience. Okay, fair enough.
They don't know that we are doing this because we're stealing these things on mobile.
yeah. Now they know. So that's your first prediction. Thank you very much. Now we should take turns, or how do we want to do it? I just, we need to do this in a way it's actually interesting and it's not full of shit like the rest of the predictions. That's why I hate it so much. So,
should I start with
prediction bonanza that's currently happening?
Honestly, I have no idea what's happening.
All right.
I didn't.
Let me start with one of my predictions. The first admon prediction, right? And then maybe we can go round in a circle and then come back and do our 3, right? Okay.
Go. I mean, whatever.
So
I don't care.
There's been a holy grail of ad monetization, right? And I think that this year we could see it happen. And what is this holy grail, right? So we all know that some of the largest ad monetization portfolios in the world is Voodoo, Say Games. These tend to make anywhere between K a day to 1.4, 1.5 million. But we've had a few breakout hits, right? And the big holy grail that's never happened yet is basically having one ad monetized game earning $3 million in one day. So in 2026, and let me go through this, right? I predict a Chinese mobile game will earn 3 million in ad revenue in a single day. Okay, listen and hear me out and then try to poke holes in this, all right? I've been looking at the Black Friday revenue of the 3 largest ad monetized games, and the ad revenue numbers from this year are looking crazy surreal. So as viewers may or may not know, Black Friday is the new Christmas because shopping habits have shifted and everyone's buying shit now during Black Friday rather than in December.
I don't really get this agenda that you're talking about for 2 years. It's fucking bullshit.
Dude, it's not. All right. So e-com and branding advertisers are spending more on Black Friday than ever before. They're not spending as much on banners. So basically, anyone who has a lot of video inventory, especially in tier ones, see eCPMs go up a lot. And that's exactly what happened this year. So I looked at this year. So I took the eCPMs from some of the games that I manage, and I basically plugged it into my estimates for the largest 3 ad-monetized games. Words of Wonder, the 28th, this year on Black Friday, I estimate, had 4.8 million DAU, 92,000 downloads, and I estimate $912,000 in ad revenue on Black Friday. Block Blast, 900,000 downloads on Black Friday with 49 million DAU. I estimated to have earned $1.8 million. Then we move on to Vita Mayong, which advertises and basically monetizes a lot more heavier than Block Blast. 7.8 million DAU, 500K downloads, and an estimated $2.1 million in ad earnings on Black Friday this year. So for context here, Kingshot earned $3.6 million in IAPs on Black Friday this year. So my prediction for 2026 is that both Vita Mayong and Block Blast will have a $3 million revenue day. Yep.
It's exactly.
So once again, the prediction is that Block Blast will scale higher. That's the prediction.
No. Both Vita Mayong and Block Blast will have one day of 2026 where they will earn $3 million in ad revenue in a single day.
Separately.
Yeah,
separately.
Yeah.
Okay. At least it's measurable.
Yeah.
Man, that was coming like 20 yards from here or whatever.
Yeah, like.
But no, like I looked at the Black Friday numbers and they're mind blowing. It's just some of these apps are huge.
Yeah, huge. Okay. Interesting.
Huge.
And where they are now, just to kind of get the baseline?
It doesn't matter.
No, I just told you like how much they earn on Black Friday, which is most likely when this is going to happen.
How much they're earning now?
So Words of Wonder about 800K a day. Block Blast is anywhere between. No, it's what I have from the.
You're just making it up. I
roughly
know,
what it is. But
I know you for almost 11 years. I know you're just making this up.
Bro,
I can see it in your face.
No,
I can see in your fucking face.
I calculated this.
And now you're looking at your Excel sheet where you're just, let me see, where is it? Let me see, let me plug the numbers currently, and like what? I can see it.
I'm going to do this for all your predictions, but anyway.
It's okay, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but here's a daily active user base. Here's Vita Mayong. It's just been crushing it. Like if we look at this for the last...
But Jakub, it doesn't matter because Black Friday is better than Christmas. Doesn't look like that.
It is. For ad-mon it is.
Okay,
well,
let's move on, I guess.
Why? I mean, this is kind of fun.
This is you're liking it.
It's going to be our prediction, which is just call it, I don't know, like making fun of predictions. I know.
What do you...
Oh, hello there. I didn't see you. Thank you very much for coming to this episode. It's brought to you by our sponsors, PVX Partners, the simplest and most effective credit line for marketing. If you're scaling your business and need funding, here's the deal. With PVX Partners, you can grow your game easily in your business. There's no equity dilution. You can repay as you get paid, and it's flexible, fast, and fully tailored to your growth. So you can secure funding in 30 days and get a term sheet in just 24 hours. Don't you wait. Take control of your UA budget without giving away a piece of your company. Visit pvxpartners.com and see how they can help you grow your game faster and stronger. Don't wait. Go to pvxpartners.com.
Do your predictions ironically then?
No, I was actually trying to think about like what's going to happen, because even though I hate predictions, I think it was Eric Suford who said, like, it's not about the predictions itself. It's just like making this as a habit to just think about what's going to happen, like what are going to be the trends for next year, and just write it for yourself or whatever. It's just actually pretty good exercise, because you just start to think, where are we going from now and where is it going to go next year? The only problem with this is you have no fucking idea what's going to happen next week in gaming industry. So, I mean, sometimes it's kind of funny. Still, my best prediction, which I think amused a lot of people from the gaming industry, was the one line in the Pocket Gamer article: Uplovin is going to be the top UA channel next year. Everybody was like, 10 fucking paragraphs of text. I have one sentence. Became true. So sometimes that's all. That's something
that was
unique.
End of last year prediction.
I think it was the year before or something. I mean, it wasn't last year, but the year before. The year after, just uploading absolutely exploded.
Okay.
Anyway, so what should we do? Who is next, or like how we want?
I think you should be next, Maciej.
I can go next. But I'm not sure like which one I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna start maybe with the most controversial one, I guess. But it's gonna be connected to our discussion about how everybody's just stealing the creatives. Because I think the next year, when you just launch a new game, if you start producing your own creatives, you're just fucking stupid and not efficient. And I think new games are just going to steal creatives until they reach a certain level of spend or threshold where it's either too dangerous or they can't get away with it. Oh, wait a second. There's no app police. So they can get away with it. But it's way more efficient because you don't need creative team. And if your game is basically similar enough to the gaming genres that are killing it, which is match 3
King
or
shot.
4X.
Everybody suddenly
exactly,
King shot.
And we saw it a million times before. Everybody suddenly doing king shot. So you're not going to be needing like the new creatives. You're just going to like, hey, you know what? This is similar to my creative. This is similar to my game. And players don't care. You're just going to steal everything. And I think this is going to happen now more often, even in Europe and US, most probably no, but small companies, European, non-Chinese, are going to just do exactly this. Because if you don't do it, then you're already losing. And I'm going to piss off so many people by this, but it's going to happen.
But we're already seeing it, right? Like, kind of now, like, if I was starting a gaming company today, I would have a serious discussion being just like, should I actually just copy creatives? Because it's just easier, quicker, and more cost efficient. It's copying, yeah.
It's not even copying.
Stealing.
You just go, you open Facebook ads library, and then you click download. And if you can't do it within ads library and you don't have all the extensions in the Chrome, then you just use the link and then just post it somewhere where you can actually download. And that's it. And you cut off the end card, and here we go. Well, I don't think it's super measurable, but I'm absolutely sure this is going to happen in 2026. Maybe.
More.
Oh, yeah. It's not going to be Chinese only. Because then people realize, you know what? I'm not allergic to money, and I want to scale. And I want to be on the same level field as people coming from China.
Isn't in the West, like, I mean, like, the only ones doing it in the West, like West is like Dream Games and Playrix, and everybody else cannot do it.
Why cannot do it?
The Dream, they copy and do it themselves. This is stealing. This is like what he's talking about. Is right-clicking and then just saving it, right?
Okay, okay. Just to clarify.
They're copying. Yeah. This is stealing what we're prediction is, right?
Yes. I had one very, very interesting discussion a couple of weeks ago, and we just came to the conclusion that, this is the most efficient way how to
until there is no police.
And I'm sure you'll start figuring out which companies you can't steal from, which ones are the most annoying with it. Have a feeling there's a couple of larger ones. If you stay away from that, you're going to be fine.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, how do you even find out that someone is stealing your creatives until it actually magically showcased on the 2.5 Gamers podcast? Because you don't really search the whole gaming industry and all games, what are their creatives, because you actually don't until it kind of scales, right? Because even if you have the watermark in the creative, nobody really cares. So it's gonna piss off a lot of people, but guys, I mean, I know,
all right,
at least this is how I see it.
Can't really measure it, but I think you're going to be right.
It's a very...
That's equivalent of trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. Yeah, trust me, bro. It's going to happen. Trust me, bro.
Trust him, bro. All right, Jakub. Crowd favorites.
Yeah, let me get this thing because I want to do it a little bit more charty until I say something.
Yeah, I have a few other stuff with actual visuals, but I just wanted to get this out of my chest.
Yeah, for sure. So what I wanted to say is that we're going to see the continuation of this trend that's been happening quite a lot lately, and I think it's going to be, and I even have a category that I think that can be like the one that's going to be conquered, is games that are driving a lot of organic traffic and a lot of kind of ad revenue are going to be more and more conquered through different genres. This is basically equivalent of what we've seen with Disney Solitaire and Jig Solitaire and all these other games that are basically putting the name into the genre, but monetizing on completely different gameplay. We also see it on stuff like Carnival Tycoon and Top Tycoon, where it's kind of a theme park idle stuff, whatever, but it's more like social casino. But Jig Solitaire is literally and Disney Solitaire, the thing which monetizes.
Why Disney Solitaire? Disney Solitaire is basically, that's like the solitaire category. I mean, it's part of
it was literally in cards. Ella literally told it on RovioCon that this was their premise, that we see a lot of traffic on Solitaire, it's not monetized well, we're gonna go for it. That was there. So as for the category itself, the one that I'm like literally, if I look into the top charts here, and which I'm still missing, and is getting a huge amount of volume, you can see right from the bat is basically stuff like Subway Surfers, which is platformer runner.
Yeah, the runners are always
shit.
Or yeah, that's where like
very
that was
badly
this discussion. You have really insane organics, but the LTV is non-existent.
Exactly. Same as was happening with Solitaire.
With Solitaire, yeah.
Exactly. So if you look here into the runners, and we go by downloads, Subway Surfers still chugging something like 15 million downloads a month. Then we have still like big stuff like Geometry Dash, 6.5 million downloads. Our favorite Level Devil, 6.5 million. And then we have some, again, I guess, runs and more clones.
Super Bear Adventure.
Yeah.
My life.
Stuff like that. But again, I guess the top 5 or 4 are like the top ones is for the platformer. If we switch to revenue, the biggest one is actually this kind of a Korean game, which is actually a Powerpuff Girl game. I guess Matej would like. So that's or at least, or maybe that's just a promotion. Cookie Run Overbreak, whatever is this? Yeah, doesn't know. But anyway, it's still small. It's kind of still very small. If you look at where is it? If you look at the overall revenue, something like 50K a day. Again, this company, Dev Sisters, is pretty big. It's just that like their main game is Cookie Run Kingdom, not this thing. So this makes something like 1.5 million, 2 million a month steadily. But if you look at the category itself, this is platformer.
It looks like it's dying.
Yeah, it looks like it's dying, but it's still doing something like 31 million downloads a month.
I mean,
easily. Yeah.
Like Level Devil's entire amount of downloads.
This is basically Subway Surfers, Level Devil, and Geometry Dash. Like these, if you look at the chart, it's like these three. Like where it is, like where we are. Yeah, here we are. So 15, 6.5, and 6.5. So basically this and
that's
some
a
other
really
stuff.
good prediction, honestly.
Yeah. So
one question: Jigsaw Solitaire is like 88% non-organic downloads, like it's paid downloads.
Yeah, that's the good part of that prediction, that this probably could also happen on ad side, just with different core. So even though like it's platformer-ish something, the core would spin it somewhere different, like Jig Solitaire, and still monetize on ads. That's also like the second version of this prediction.
No. I think the other part was the Jig Solitaire is just 90% paid UA.
Yes, no organics. There's no organics. Or very little.
Yeah, but it's using the Solitaire word and taking the category.
Again,
fits the prediction.
I mean, if you said it's like no Wi-Fi offline games, if it's like that, so people just associate the title with Solitaire, so they download it more by association, maybe. But
also,
again, the thing is that what I think is also happening, like it's similar to Domino Dreams. Also, Domino Dreams is even a better example, honestly. Because Domino Dreams, again, heavy domino traffic, which is completely organic, shitty games there. And if I go to the domino category right here, you'll see that they are basically crushing it, and very similar setup. Yeah, it has a category. We have the downloads one. There's like Domino Legends, and there's Domino Dreams, and like all these other domino games. And if you go to revenue, this is the chart that you're looking for, where there's just like Domino Dreams doing like 7 billion, there's like 0.
Okay, all right.
So this is the example I'm talking about. And this is going to happen to more and more categories, I think, because people will see, and this is a valid use case and the point that's going to be happening on market. Jig Solitaire is the same version by ads, not the IAPs. Because it's using, again, Jigsaw gameplay in the Solitaire style.
But in Domino Dreams, there is actually dominoes.
No, that's puzzle. You know how domino is played?
Okay, but still, it's
Puzzle Man.
This is got a point, Maciej.
It's your same solitaire in your Disney solitaire. There's zero
he's
solitaire.
got a point. He's got a point.
There's
all right.
Not zero solitaire, but
prediction.
okay, fire.
Let's see. All right.
Okay, fair.
All right, give me the screen because I'm about to enrage Jakub. So I predict in 2026 that Block Blast will surpass Garena Free Fire and Discord to become the largest non-cross-platform mobile game by DAU.
Are we having this fight again?
Yeah, we're having this fight.
This time.
We're going to have this fight because I believe you're extremely wrong.
What?
Everything you say, right? So here is basically the last 30 days by DAU. You have Roblox 152 million DAU, which is insane. Discord 77 million. Garena Free Fire 71. Supercell Clash Royale 61 million. And Block Blast is 54 million daily active users. But let me read
Where's
this
the
to
wrong
you.
part?
What?
Where's the wrong part?
What's the wrong part?
Like there's zero of it. Like Garena is still 20 mil more than Block Blast.
Yeah, now, right? I said in 2026. So let me read this. January 1st, 2003, 1.3 million DAU. January 1st, 2024, 10 million DAU. January 1st of this year, 2025, 32 million. January 1st, 2026, it looks like it'll be somewhere between 55 to 54 million DAU because it's 54 million today. So I think by January 1st, 2026, it'll be 78 million DAU.
Did you do also prediction on growth between the year?
Yeah. And also between the Garena Free Fire.
No, it's been, we can check it here, but here, let me show you the active user base first for Block Blast. So all time.
So again, we cut off Roblox from the equation, yeah. Clash Royale is just declining anyway already, so again, out of the equation. So we have Garena and Block Blast like trying to be the king of the AU, yeah? That's this prediction about.
Yeah, right. So look, so here's Garena Free Fire going here. Between
you cannot block Blast into the same chart.
Be sure that you don't try to look at it in July because then you're fucked.
But look at this. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting the difference is getting smaller than it was before. Way smaller than it was.
Yeah. Okay.
I would still think like
Jakub is quiet. That's a really good sign.
No, I'm not quiet. I'm just saying like.
Oh, I'm gonna take such a victory lap the first day where it passes it in DAU. I'm gonna be
and then like
the equivalent of a rain dance.
Quickly. Yeah. Make screenshot because then it's
I'll print up some t-shirts and I'll take a screenshot of this.
I need to call Garena to pick up their game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's fair. And the lines really like look like it.
Okay. So, what do you know about web to app, which is happening on the apps? In the apps industry and the app space. It's basically a flow where you're sending players through web. You either do a quiz or you just ask questions and just kind of prepare or like onboard the user on web and then send it to app.
So basically the other way around is the whole industry talks about because everybody's sending from app to web to get this like web stores and this is the other way.
Our sponsor Fast Spring has delivered D2C at scale for over 20 years. They power top mobile publishers around the world and are reliably fast-growing, profitable, and very financially secure. So FastSpring isn't just figuring out D2C on the heels of the recent VC investment. Their developer-first platform and deep gaming and payment expertise have helped democratize global commerce for over 2 decades. As no drama D2C partner with real-world experience at scale, FastSpring is a partner that you can trust with your players. To quickly launch a new web store, replace an existing D2C vendor, or just add redundant D2C vendor at fastspring.gg. Thank you very much, guys, for sponsoring this episode. Now let's get back to the content. Bye-bye. Because then on the web, you can basically do whatever you
already
want.
Monetize him.
Monetize.
Get all the privacy things.
It's a part. Yeah, that's a part of the web flow. But you can adjust the onboarding or the web flow as you want. So you can shorter, longer, whatever. You can do whatever you want and then send it to the app. So you don't really need to kind of adjust anything on onboarding in the app or just change any flows and you can test quickly, right? So why is this like such a big thing in app business and it's not actually in games? Why? I mean, you have tutorials, right, in games, which is kind of okay. Everybody's testing them. There was also one interesting article recently that like players hate tutorials because they suddenly, and why suddenly? Because the new generation is just, they want to play and they don't care about like tutorial. Maybe that's like why it's actually the web to app flow. It doesn't work on games, but I'm pretty sure like there is a way how to make it work. The thing is like, is it working because, or is it not? Nobody's working with it because it doesn't work in general, or because it's just hard to figure out. So with Playables, think about it this way: you have your own Playables as a short tutorial, or like 5 different versions of your tutorial, which is shorter, longer, whatever. Put it on web, kind of have your players play play the playable, and then send it back to your game, which are now more qualified users, basically. Why is this going to work? Is because it's almost like you are sending players to the web again, which is way cheaper. Nobody using it. It's a different audience. And then you can, even on iOS, that's why apps are doing this anyway, you can get more data. So it's basically creating like a version of your tutorial, but it's a playable and it's sitting on a website. You can get more data, and then you send basically players to your game afterwards. This is gonna be big in 2026 because everybody's doing on apps and nobody's doing it on games. Why?
No one's doing this on games.
No one is doing it on games. You remember the days when the hyper casual was actually doing this very early on because they were using web traffic to get cheaper CPIs because it was basically cheaper than to send them to the store. Since then, nobody's doing it.
Okay, so this is the next CPI optimization trick on the roadmap?
Pretty much. That's how I see it. Because seriously, like you just do a lot of just playables anyway for AppLovin or any other ad networks. But you just showcase it as a normal kind of end card connected to video. But just picture this on the website when that's another CPI trick, which you don't really optimize for the app installs, but you optimize for conversions on the website, which the conversion on the website is sending you to your store. And the thing is,
so you start from the store instead of a game.
You use conversion API from Facebook for tracking what happens on website, and you use MMP to track these users from the website in the MMP afterwards, so you can connect the user from website to your game and have all the data because it's already working on apps. And I'm seeing it already, and I can connect all the dots. So basically, you have one side, which is the website, and the other side, which is the app, and it's still kind of connected through the MMP.
Do we get rid of the store fee this way completely?
I mean, you can if you charge players on the website.
Of course, I can. Well, I mean, I want.
You can. It just depends on like what you want to actually build. You can build a mini game on the website and then eventually just kind of.
But this again works only for high LTV games.
I mean,
like, I can imagine scaling casual on this.
I mean, it's like the thing is like again, like why is nobody doing it? That's my like biggest problem. That's my biggest problem.
Why wouldn't this like?
Well, we don't know if it's Blockbuster doing it or not.
I think like this in my head at least it works for like high LTV IP mid-core style whatever game. Doesn't work for.
But why don't they do it? Yeah, it's really...
Jakub, for me, this is just another play on the CPI rather than just caching the 30% on the website. This is more like the UA play rather than just the web shops.
Like web shops just a nice to have along the way.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean,
like a side effect
if you are on the website, by the way, yeah, this is because you were already there. But this is more like the onboarding rather than just the LTV play.
And Playable is the onboarding?
Yes. Because then you connect what is already in the game and then you just showcase it on the website. And then you can on the website have like 10 different playables and have like think about it as a landing page for Steam games, whatever. It's the same thing.
And then you reroute them to PC client.
Yeah. Instead.
Clever. Can I make a Mate meta prediction? Someone will steal a playable and then do this.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean,
we haven't come to the point where people are stealing Playables, did we?
Not sure, honestly, but I don't think it's that hard, to be honest.
Of course, it's not hard, but like it's not that prevalent as normal creatives. No, like you don't see everybody's running everyone else Playables that much.
You see running videos, but not playable. But anyway, I mean, the thing is, like,
that's very interesting.
Yeah, coming from the app business.
Even know, by the way?
How do we even know that nobody's using it?
No, how do we know that it's happening later next year?
We don't know. That's my prediction. It's going to happen.
I know, but how do we know it's happening?
Man, like open LinkedIn in the app business, everybody's talking about the onboarding flow
That's
optimization.
Great, but how do we know it's happening? Like, how do we see it? You see ads scrolling on Facebook, or like how do we see it?
You see in Sensor Tower, you have 1 second. You have the.
It's quite interesting. I'm just kind of curious. How do I kind of check on it? Like if it's.
You have the landing page in like connected to videos. Here, you remember when we saw the porn lady animated for a royal match, which was directing to like some weird website.
Yeah.
So that's what they were doing.
That's how we see it. So that's how we see it. Because here,
really
so the creatives are rerouting to some instead of the App Store link.
Exactly,
so we would see a shit ton of creatives running on games rerouting to websites instead
of yes, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because I'm still, I mean, it's bugging me for a while, like why nobody is using this, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. If not, like at scale, someone figured it out, and then someone is gonna.
All right. All right, anyway. Crowd pleaser Jakub, what's your next prediction for 2026?
That's jealousy. Anyway, the next kind of a big thing in mobile, in my opinion, is going to be roguelite as for the genre.
I was thinking about like 100%.
So we're going to see more and more roguelites, and I mean, not the conventional ones, because normally everybody understands under roguelites stuff like Survivor.io and the usual like 3 skill selector, that's great and everything, but in the end that's not what's gonna happen. So we're gonna definitely see some more like maturing of those mega bonks, ball and pits, and all the other
speed, something like this, right?
Yeah, like all these other games which have much more different kind of a roguelite cores. And I'm not even talking about games like stuff like, as we talk about, where it is, here it is, Uma Musume, which is the game of the year on this year's Game Awards mobile game, by the way, which still is like doing outstandingly high revenue.
In Japan?
No, in the US, man.
In US, 7 million.
This is 60% in
7
Japan.
million in US in November. So yeah,
which is great
for a game that's in its original Japanese state. It's like yeah, and then we have stuff like this, which is the House Zero Nightmare that just had its biggest spike because they introduced this angel waifu which shoots lasers, basically like 800k. But anyway, the thing is that again, this is a roguelite deck builder gameplay, which is again just taking Slay the Spire into a mobile game port. So this is just like screams to me that we're going to see bigger and bigger games that are taking the roguelite cores into different pretty much mutations and iterations, and they're going to be big. This is already big. Like this is making millions. The question is, we're going to see a Western game, because all of these games are usually Eastern, except the Steam games. The big Steam roguelites, I mean the indie ones, are all Western ones. So we're waiting for a Western roguelite, like different roguelite mobile game.
There will be like another My Games moment where they basically
there's
take
going to be another
Survivor.io
moment.
Yeah, there's going to be another Survivor.io moment probably, but definitely not from the Hubby guys. It's going to be from somebody else. And yeah, Russians are one of the like good bets there. Like I'm kind of sure that they're definitely looking into it. That's like one of their expertise. But I wouldn't even singled out guys like Supercell. Supercell could do a very, very good roguelite if they want.
Yeah, because they're good at stealing different things and putting it on a new platform.
That's also, but they're great in like simplifying things to masses and making them much more approachable, which this definitely is not, as you see here. So same goes for Uma Musume. So yeah, so that could be one of the things. Scopely could do it. Like I'm guessing Scopely is also very aggressively trying to diversify to some like kind of different genre now, probably going after some bigger ones. So I don't think so. They'll probably go after puzzle. Maybe maybe
they must go for like a 4X or something.
They already have a 4X game on their portfolio, the Star Trek Galaxy one. So
I mean, sure, but like more.
Yeah, of course, that's there. But again, they're one of the like black horses that could do it. But anyhow, it could be even Voodoo or whoever there. Like, yeah, it's still possible. I'm just saying. But there's gonna be more and more push again into this kind of, let's say, like green grass pretty much genre that haven't been conquered yet, and it's giving a lot of innovation, like vectors for people to follow and like pretty much go and iterate, which hasn't been really explored. Like, I mean, both the PC and mobile space. So that's like my kind of biggest growth genre prediction of as for new genre. It's gonna pop out by the end of the year, hopefully. Because if nobody will do like a Uma Musume iteration, people are just sleeping on it. I'm sorry. Like, it's just like so good.
You might have to do it yourself, Jakob.
Yeah, I guess so. That could be one of the other things.
By the way, one quick addition to my like web to app prediction. See, this is basically the flow for calm on the web. What brings you to calm?
Can you do it full screen? Because I think we're still like having like one more guy screen.
This?
Yeah, that's better.
There we go.
Do you often struggle to sleep? No, because I don't have any sleep.
Exactly, it doesn't matter, right?
No one cares, yeah.
No one cares, exactly. And this is these are all the kind of onboarding questions.
Might change your life.
And then you go, and this is just like very quick 3 or 4 different question onboarding. Like they're like so different apps are
all
like
these
10, 15.
apps they start with
and
these
you know what's great, because then at the end there's the paywall. So you spend 15 minutes
doing the questionnaire and then slaps you with subscription.
Like, fuck, and now you need to pay. So obviously, of course, you want to do it, because then you just lost like 20 minutes. Exactly. So like this is very, very well structured. Again, to your point, Jakub, I think that there might be like a web tutorial or something which then leads the player to actually buy the special offer pack or whatever. And then you buy that, and then obviously
I can finally use the billions of tons of meat I farmed from the polar bears in Whiteout Survival Playables.
For example, or just exactly.
How, just out of curiosity, like I guess a CPA on web, how much cheaper is that than buying something on mobile?
Because this is not exactly a good comparison, because the CPA for conversion, even if it's like connected to just sending players to the App Store, it's not going to be the same. So, I mean, it's cheaper by like 2 or 3x, maybe.
Do you even have the inventory in the channels to be able to run something like Whiteout Survival?
You run this on
like
Facebook easily or Google.
200 downloads a day,
and like this, like the web to app is like bigger on iOS than like the regular app app install campaigns or like subscription campaigns or whatever, like the actual campaigns we run on games.
So are we going to finally steal something from the apps instead the other way around?
I really hope so. I really hope so.
Okay.
Because this is genius, right? Like, I mean, you can test so many different tutorials on web without even just implementing them into the game.
No need like any like App Store approval, whatever bullshit.
Exactly. And you don't really need to build it. Like, come on, like it's just, again, mind blowing.
But you still run it from mobile. I mean, just through web. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it's still mobile web. Yes, exactly. It's still mobile.
We're not talking about browser, PC, blah 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 blah.
It can be even. I mean, it can be both. It can be both. You can do it on web and then just kind of send. Yourself.
Browser through mobile, not like just the browser.
I mean, I can continue, or you can go and jump to it, Felix, if you want.
Yeah. So on the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me some data from AppLove in a Partridge Pear Tree. So my third and final prediction for 2026 is that AppLove in stock will be $1,000 per share before the end of the year.
Of course, I knew it.
And it's essentially,
this is not
I've been looking
advice.
at all. Yeah, it's not financial advice. This is still a podcast, but I'm right, so fuck you. Anyway, so 2023, the stock has 69x, right? And they're ruthlessly executing perfectly in the mobile space, right? So the crazy thing is why I think I'm right on this is I looked in some of the largest games that I managed on the admon side on the 25 largest campaigns in December. So I looked at this yesterday. So a year ago, it was 2 to 3 campaigns in the 25 largest campaigns on some of these largest ad monetized games was e-commerce. Now, pretty much in all tier 1 geos, it's 15 to 20 e-commerce campaigns there is in the top 25. And it's not the e-commerce you think, it's stuff that's high ticket order value. So it's like fire extinguishers, rugs, and clothes. And
clothes especially, yeah.
Yeah, especially clothes, and they're just killing it. And e-commerce
Fire
is
extinguishers.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
and
yeah.
these got
fuck?
you know
Yeah.
you know how we always joke about like how is this like the gaming industry is Wild West.
Yeah.
Now it's becoming a Wild West with all the e-commerce stuff pushing it so much.
Yeah.
So yes,
I guess it's gonna make it.
Extinguishers.
Who's not buying a fire extinguisher?
You don't care about your family. You need one with that beautiful tree behind you. It's gonna catch
Exactly.
fire.
I mean,
and
it's
you're gonna be,
fake.
I wish I bought the
It's-
fire extinguisher I saw.
Felix, it's fake. It's fake. So it's
Yes, true,
it
sorry.
won't. Yeah,
Burn, it's fake.
it won't burn.
All right.
And fuck my Jesus. This is again.
Yeah, but basically, this says to me that there's a couple of things that's gonna happen on the back of this, right?
But honestly, man, when's this 1,000 stocks gonna happen? Because if it's just end of the year, I think the growth isn't that big if you count it up.
What are you talking about?
Like if you spread it, like if they are already 700 now and just gonna hit 1K by the end of the year, it's kind of slow growth compared to the last year's growth.
I mean, they're $250 billion, right? Like, you're not gonna double
I'm
that,
just-
right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like they doubled it last year, so this is like gonna be.
Yeah, but I can even go a step further because it looks like the e-commerce stuff is working because it's increasing. And I can even probably say that I think AppLovin will be $1 trillion company one day because
one day, come on,
One day,
Felix.
man.
One day,
oh, yeah,
It's
by
already
2028,
quarter
One day,
by
now.
2028, by 2028.
one day I'm gonna be dead. That's for sure. Unfortunately, I'm fucking scared.
Probably the next
still
year when
gonna
we ask
happen.
you to do another prediction, that's the day you die.
Oh yeah, most probably. Most probably, yeah. That's going to be my.
Maybe I
My
should
bad.
also do stocks.
No, I'm not fucking doing stocks. But
Alright.
I'm gonna actually piggyback on your first prediction, Jakub, because we already talked about this also with the solitaire stuff. And look at this. This started to happen in August.
Again, we need to make it a little bit
A
bigger.
little bigger.
A sec, because then
What
yeah,
is
it's
getting
actually
sabotaged. Yep, better.
No, it's just different layouts in Riverside. So
Mhm.
you don't know what you're looking at.
Some playables.
Exactly.
IKEA is doing puzzle ads?
And this exactly is what I'm
They're
trying to say.
stealing our shit again.
This is the thing. So you remember I was talking about this with I think it was the creative trends. Where this was in August. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even non-gaming, all of this, even Evony was using this 3x3 puzzle as a playable. So look, even Hubby had one.
Mm-hmm.
See, Whittle Defender.
Jig Solitaire.
Kind of. Exactly, right? So, and you remember we saw all of these. One sec. We have obviously this one,
Yeah.
which is exactly that. Yeah,
You even have my beautiful background here.
yeah, you have exactly. That's your background
Subliminal
right there.
messaging.
Well,
Yeah, so we have all of these, and we have even more. I think there's one new Voodoo game, which is. Hey, I can kind of look at this, right? We have this jigsaw, and then even this is your
yeah.
Your
your
background.
background. So what's going to happen with all these different genres? What you mentioned is on the game design side, but I'm seeing this as the lever for scaling on Playables, since AppLovin is going to be going very aggressively towards 1K stock. So I mean, there's no stopping. So how do you scale? Then you get all these really
Apps.
high scaling apps and games and use it as an end card, which is a playable end card. And you build it as a template and it's like 7-10 clicks, whatever, and it's highly efficient. Who is doing
7-10
this?
clicks to get through that shit. So
Exactly.
you're sure to misclick. That's what you wanted to say.
I mean, that's your interpretation, but it's fine. Anyway, so like,
Shareholders need money, baby.
exactly. So it doesn't matter. So like that's going to be the way how you can go about like the scale and how you don't go really to all the misleading fake stuff, because we already have fake games or fake ads in casual or match 3. I mean, we just looked at one, which is the Saving the King. This is another layer because you use 20, 40, 50, 60. Yes, we know here. As we know. So this is going to be basically the starting point. You will have like templates of the high scaling genres and you use it immediately within like your playable kind of suite. because you know that, as we discussed on the podcast, you need like 5-10 playables a month or something that's really like high, like the diversity of playables, which is pretty hard to do. Because if you have one playable, it takes like 2 weeks to make iterations, whatever. You build this template, 30 minutes, maybe like 1 day, and you scale on the back of this easily. And not only like you're gonna see it within big games like we see it now with Match Villains and Royal Match, but it's even in August, Riddle Defender and even Evony was using it. This is gonna be the next level playable scaling.
Mm-hmm. And so it's basically like a 4x modification, basically what they're doing.
I'm not sure if it's a 4x modification because you're taking different genres and using them as playables, but it's not every genre. It's just the other way around of the onboarding again. Like you're using gates in your onboarding and in creatives. You don't really need this in your onboarding.
Yeah, because onboarding you're already there and it's like past the subscription apps, so it's like
No. I don't. No. Like this is the playable, which is an actual end card, but it's a template that you can borrow from different genres without you actually having to implement them into the game. As like you have King Shot, taking Thronefall, fuck that. You take Jig Solitaire, put it as a playable end card, you scale because that's suddenly the biggest trend.
So I told my boss I made a playable web and playable maker. And he said to me, what language did you code it in? And I said, I don't know. With playable maker, all you do is drag, drop, click, and it does it all for you. So he said, what language did you make it in? I went, I don't know. English? At the end of the day, as long as the playable maker does it all for you, why do you care? It's just like magic.
You use saving the dog as a template in the playable, and you scale on the back of that because that's trending at the moment.
Without basically capitalizing on whatever human hive mind thing is working right now.
Building as a playable.
Right.
Okay.
You still don't get it, Jakub, bro.
No, I get it. I just like trying to wrap it out.
Thinking about it
in my head because it's again, I just want to summarize it in the forex analogy. What happened here?
Yeah. So you basically using or doing what recently Idle Miner did. They just did.
So we basically skipped the fake creative step and went directly into the fake onboarding already, which is after it the real stuff, pretty much. Because fake onboarding is the playable. So we don't have the fake creative. We go directly into the fake onboarding, and then after fake onboarding, we go into like the real game.
It's gonna be a complicated year.
It's gonna be super complicated year.
Oh, because if you think about it, like there's zero innovation still on the UA side in terms of like the channels and stuff. You need to think about like what's next, basically.
Of course, you need to think about what's next. The problem is again that all of these things that you're saying is like only very few companies and people are able to pull this off. I mean, like talking like 15% of the market. Just saying.
You think 50%?
15.
Because what? Because it's too complicated to pull off. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy.
If it would be so easy to pull off, everybody would be running already the forex strategy.
I know,
which is just the top 10.
Yeah,
already.
I know. But and that's why I have this brainstorming question for us. But you need to finish your last prediction, Jakub. And then I have one
prediction.
Yes.
Take us home, Jakub.
It's a loading. That's the problem.
Okay, so in the meantime, I have this brainstorming question because which genre is going to be next that is using the forex and social casino onboarding, like the sophisticated onboarding, where it's like high LTV, high CPI, and like nobody wants to kind of like download the forex part because then you need to kind of mislead players into the game with King Shot ad, and then you present the forex
You're
after.
asking who's going to be the next Kefir? Like what next genre, right?
Not Kefir, because Kefir is doing the social casino, right? So because I've seen these predictions, like we're going to see more misleading like ads, like going to hybrid casual. I mean, that's bullshit. Like the hybrid casual doesn't need this because they have the hyper casual CPI
onboarding
already. So they don't really need this. And then, it's going to be in puzzle. Well, Match 3 is already having this because like all the saving the king and freezing families, right? So like, what is next? That's the brainstorming question. So I hope we can at least figure
it's
out.
The roguelites that figure it out.
I mean, to be fair,
they would.
Archer doesn't have like very nice CPIs.
You used to, right, when it first came out, right, or no?
I mean, yeah, but this was like centuries ago.
Yeah, it was centuries ago. And keep in mind that every single hobby game just went downhill from the day it
because it's super high CPIs. I mean, like you can't just go about it.
Like, it's still doing good, but it's not something that they're like. They just need to keep pushing out games, otherwise they're gonna like this whole machine's gonna stop.
Do you think a fake onboarding like that would work for a roguelike game, like doing an idol or?
Of course,
whatever.
if you're able to do it, like it works for everyone that you can kind of pull it off properly. It's just that like it's hard to pull off.
We need high LTV games, and then with kind of really high CPI, which Archer 2 is actually.
Anyway, my last one, which hopefully this can load and we can go into more specific, is that AI thing is going to continue into marketing as usual. But now the important stuff that I want to talk about, that we're going to see, like the original prediction was 50% of creatives going to be AI driven by end of next year. That's what
was original. I think it was like 50% of the companies are going to use it, not 50% of.
I guess I would upgrade it even there. Like it's 50% of all the creatives are going to be driven by AI. That's there. Marketing will still be the single biggest growth vector of AI impact on the mobile game industry. So we're not going to see yet some kind of super AI-based game, AI-based whatever, stuff like, I don't know, Doom did, where it switched from 2D to 3D, or Clash Royale did when it did like synchronous multiplayer and all these other technological achievements that were done by technology and enable different genres. That's not going to happen for next year. But marketing itself, it's still going to be pretty big, because as I said, and finally we loaded so we can look into this. People are going to do it more custom, and it's going to be better and better because we're going to switch to open source AI. So this is one of those things that I've been playing around with here, and just to kind of give you an example how this looks. So
please don't tell me it ends in a waifu.
This ends with this, like my signature made Snow Leopard Warrior.
You made this?
Yeah, I made this.
It looks like me. Is it me?
But just to show you this kind of a process of like, these are actually multiple generations. As you see here, for instance, you see how pretty much we're doing after generation corrections and stuff like with AI. This is all AI. This is not like different program. This is just AI with his eyes, with his face, with his hands and stuff like that. Like one image is just like multiple corrections and multiple things. And this is again completely homemade. And you see how many different things I have here that I can tinker with. All the violet stuff is just turned off, by the way, because I can just turn it on if I want and do completely different things with it. And all custom made. And by the way, this thing actually is done through 2 models, not 1, because 1 is an anime model.
That's not enough one.
Yeah, it's like it cannot like this. Like for instance, if you go ChatGPT and generate it, it'll be just shit. Like it, So in order to get this, and by the way, see how like the first generation is so shit. Like it's very shit. This is the end. Yeah. So the big prediction is that we're going to see stuff. I'm not going to see, but we're going to see the quality increase sharply as people will be able to switch into all of these kind of open source AI models in marketing creative. So the stuff that we can go out and like comment every single month, like, oh yeah, this is shit, and like the water is there and whatever ice, steak is not cooking properly and blah, 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 blah. So that's going to be to the point where we won't be able to see shit because it's just going to be so streamlined and better.
So you're saying next year AI creatives are going to be quality-wise
unrecognizable from the real ones.
Yeah,
from the proper ones, the ones that
I'm already screwed there. So yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
If I can do it, guys,
no,
I mean, do it for sure. And this is just the image modality. You need to go from image to the video modality, of course.
The video afterwards.
Don't get me wrong. This shit can pop out anything. It can pop out sound, 3D assets, image, video, whatever.
Yeah, you're just doing it from like locally, and some people are still doing it.
Yeah, like we heard, like you just buy more, graphic cards instead of programmers.
Yes, yeah. Yes, exactly.
Still marketing, the biggest impact.
100%.
I think that's a good insight. Yeah, it's marketing that's going to benefit next year from the AI boom, not actual developers of the game to the same degree, right?
The optimizations, the smart ones, but it's not going to be revolutionary.
No, but I think
it's going to be nice to have.
Want to take us home, Maciej?
Yes, I hate this episode already. Thank you very much for bearing with us until the very end. Of course, please comment what do you think about the predictions, like who and why you love the most. And of course, it's Jakub. So thank you very much. And join the Slack channel. And just hang around. We love you. Thank you very much for 2025. It was an interesting year again. And it's going to be even crazier 2026. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.